We are back on the air here. I have Melissa, who is a registered dietitian over at Decatur County Memorial Hospital. How are you this morning?
I'm great. Thanks for having us today.
You braved the snow and made it in and trekked over here uphill both ways, right?
That's right. There weren't too many cars on the road, but it wasn't too bad.
That's what my mom would say. Uphill both ways. No shoes.
Everything was a hardship.
It was. You guys are a very busy department over there, and I don't think people really realize what all you guys do. I mean, you think dietitian, it's like, oh, they just write up plans.
Right.
No, you guys do a lot of different things.
We do. We provide a variety of nutrition related services. We offer outpatient nutrition counseling. This is when a provider refers a patient to be seen by the dietitian to receive one on one nutrition education for a certain health condition. So we often counsel patients with diabetes, heart issues, GI issues, people that want to lose weight, all sorts of different things. We also provide inpatient nutrition counseling to those patients screened to be at nutritional risk. So maybe they're not eating well or have had a recent weight loss or a wound or whatnot. We also offer a variety of nutrition related programs, and I wanted to tell you about those. So one of the programs we offer is called the Diabetes Education Accreditation Program. Diabetes is a prevalent concern in our community, and we want to help those with diabetes manage their complications through diabetes education classes. Diabetes can be controlled, and complications can often be prevented or delayed with an appropriate treatment program, which includes diet, exercise, blood glucose monitoring, and often with medication. These classes are taught by a registered dietitian and a CDCES, which is a mouthful. That stands for a Certified Diabetes Care and Education Specialist. Matt Weber, a pharmacist, has this role at our local hospital. If you or a family member has diabetes, this class is an incredible resource to learn more about the disease and how to implement lifestyle changes. Some of the class topics covered include overview of diabetes, healthy coping, diabetes medications, and one of my favorite topics, which is healthy eating. We focus on meal planning, portion control, food groups, and eating out tactics. We also discuss the role of exercise in treatment, blood glucose testing and monitoring, and goal setting, which is a vital component. Taking time to set goals is important in any area of your life. The information you will learn in this class is a fantastic thing to have in your diabetes management toolkit, helping to control symptoms and reduce complications long term. There are several class sessions scheduled through 2026. We host them quarterly, but the next session will take place in February 2026. Classes are the first 3 Wednesdays of the month, which would be February 4, 11, and 18. They are run from 10 a.m. to noon each class, so a total of 6 hours of comprehensive class material. Registration is required for this class, and a referral from your provider is necessary. So if you would like to register or learn more, you can call our office at 812-663-1341.
So I'm going to interject for a second.
Yes.
So one of the things I would like to say is my wife and I took advantage of this class, and it was very neat. You know, when you think of a dietitian, a lot of people think, oh, they're just going to tell me to eat fruits and vegetables and I need to eat a quarter of a sandwich. But it's amazing when you get into class talking about, like, you don't need to get rid of everything. You just need to eat in moderation, and you need to, the different steps to it. It was very like, oh, well, wait a second. Like, I've always failed on weight loss because it's like you go without your favorite thing forever, you finally cave in my side.
Right. We like to focus on building a balanced plate, not eliminating food groups. And people are often surprised that they don't have to have super restrictive eating to be successful and manage blood sugar. So you can be satisfied, eat a pretty decent amount of food if we're choosing the right types of foods.
And the other thing, too, was really neat is I would say, I think we had 7 people in our class, maybe 8.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really neat. Like, there was no judgment. Mm-hmm. We all talked pretty freely out loud about, our biggest issues, and it was just kind of a neat class.
Yeah, you can learn from other people and their experiences. Some people might have had the diagnosis of diabetes for a long time, and some people
Yep.
not so much. So it's more of a raw new thing that can be overwhelming, at the beginning, just like any new diagnosis. So it's good to hear, everybody's story and maybe what's worked for them, and then hear from the professionals as well.
It was neat, and you were actually one of the people that taught my class, and so did Matt. And if nobody has met Matt or you guys were just great to talk to. Matt's always just, you never know what the guy knows. I mean, he used to be the pharmacist, and
Yes,
it's
he's a
just
wealth
funny.
of knowledge
He
for
is.
sure. Yes. He's great with any area of diabetes, but specifically the medications. He's always up to date on the latest information with that, and oftentimes can give some recommendations and even contact the provider for the patient to help move things along if he thinks something, could
Yeah.
change in a positive way there. So. Well, we have another program as well. It's a new program. It's called Health Connect Fresh Start. It's a 10-week healthy lifestyle and fitness program. It's designed to help you build sustainable habits through coaching, education, movement, and supportive accountability. So it's perfect for anyone looking to reset, gain energy, and feel better without that restrictive dieting that we were talking about. Participants receive group education, individual coaching, and can even add on a small group personal trainer package. So, the group education topics would focus on things like menu planning, meal prep, emotional eating, building healthy habits, heart healthy eating, mindful eating, physical activity, and many more. So, we do weekly check ins on weight and provide support for goal setting. The course meets weekly at Decatur County Memorial Hospital Health Connect, which is located at the YMCA. There's an option trainer add on package with additional meetings 2 times a week at the YMCA. And the next session starts the week of January 5th, 2026. For that 10-week course, we have 3 different options you can choose from. Option 1 is $150 for the program, which includes all the nutritional educational courses and support. Option 2 is $225 for YMCA members to add on the personal trainer package with the guided 30-minute small group training session twice a week. And that is led by a YMCA certified personal trainer. Or option 3 is $295 for a non-YMCA member to access the entire program offering plus that personal trainer package. And what's great is all participants get a food and activity journal, menu planning templates, recipe ideas, goal trackers, and additionally access to the YMCA 3 times a week for the duration of the program. So it's such a great value that's included, and we like to keep it reasonably priced to better serve the community to help more people reach those goals. So if you would like to have a fresh start in 2026, I highly recommend the program, and you can call that nutrition counseling office number at 812-663-1341 to enroll. We do have some fun, healthy eating tips we would like to share for the holidays. During that holiday season, there are many family gatherings centered on food. Those temptations can seemingly be all around you. But I have some tips to help you stay on track and still enjoy good food. It's important to note that maintaining a healthy weight is beneficial. If weight loss is recommended for overall health, often with only a 5 to 10% weight loss, you can see improvements in various health markers, such as blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, sleep apnea, things like that. More specific to holiday eating, there are several things to keep in mind. Budget your food wisely. Remember that there really aren't any naughty foods. We often demonize foods, but all foods can fit with balance. We want to savor what you do eat and say no to those food pushers politely. Be buffet savvy, meaning check out all the options and choose your splurges. It's a good idea to contribute a healthy dish yourself, so think colorful things like fruits and veggies. They're always great options. And take time before deciding on seconds. Many people don't realize it takes 20 minutes for your brain to talk to the gut and decide if you're full. So eat slowly and enjoy. Take a 10-minute break before getting seconds, make conversation, and focus on the people instead of the food. Don't stand next to the food table. The temptation to mindlessly eat is much higher. Gum or mints may be helpful to prevent that recreational eating. And don't go to a party hangry or skip meals. This can lead to overeating, that ravenous feeling of being hungry. Having a small snack such as fruit, string cheese, yogurt, or even a handful of nuts can help curb that appetite. Don't shop hungry. Lots of extra unnecessary foods such as sweet treats often end up in the cart. I think many of us have been there at some point. Consider your drink. For example, eggnog can set you back 500 calories. Beer, wine, mixed drinks range anywhere from 150 to 225 calories.
Is that just one serving?
Right. And oftentimes we forget about our beverages. We focus so much on the food, and we see this oftentimes with people that like to drink regular pop as well. We forget that they have calories, especially something as big as a Polar Pop, which,
true.
can be tasty but not great on the waistline. So we want to think about, the fact that all of those beverages can add up in terms of calories. And alcohol increases your appetite and diminishes your ability to control what you eat. So you want to think calorie-free drinks like water, unsweet tea, coffees, or seltzer. And don't forget to put your walking or dancing shoes on. That recommendation for adults is 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise each week. And for kids, it's 60 minutes a day. So take the opportunity to move your body. That helps with digestion and can aid in alleviating that holiday stress. And remember to eat until you're satisfied and not stuffed. Be mindful about how you're feeling. Listen to your body. So in summary, it's important to keep in mind having treats once a year will not make or break your weight. Take time to really enjoy that special treat if you do take it. Look at the holiday as a day, not necessarily a week or a month, which is how we can get off track quickly. Be mindful not to overindulge, keeping those portions small for those special holiday treats. If you do overindulge, which happens sometimes, don't feel guilty. Just focus on making healthy choices moving forward. There are a couple other points to note people often forget about. Sometimes it's not the food we crave. It may be adequate sleep or hydration. With the hustle and bustle of the season, it is easy to forget to prioritize sleep and hydration. That sweet spot for sleep for adults is 7 to 9 hours a night to minimize risk for potential health problems that are associated with sleep deprivation. Those could include high blood pressure, diabetes, heart attack, heart failure, or stroke. Nothing anyone really wants to sign up for. Many people are unaware that lack of sleep can also affect your metabolism in a negative way, which can make it harder to lose weight if that's your goal. So stay hydrated. Water helps get rid of waste, lubricates and cushions joints, helps keep a normal temperature, and all sorts of other things that are good for your body systems. General rule is to shoot for 8 cups a day, but this can vary based on gender, weight, activity level, anywhere from 8 cups to 15 cups a day. So listen to your body and make sure you drink not only when you're thirsty. Final take-home point, during the holidays, remember to visit the people, not the food. Just because the food is there does not mean you have to eat every single thing. Make a choice about what you want to eat and eat slowly and mindfully. A good way to look at it is, if you don't love it, don't eat it. Food is an integral part of the holidays, but be sure to pay attention to what really matters. Put the focus on family and friends. If you have any questions about any of the topics we talked about today, or if you would like to enroll in the diabetes education classes or the Fresh Start program, please call the Nutrition Services Department at 812-663-1341. Our office is committed to helping you reach your goals and live a healthier life.
So one thing I'd like to add on, let's say I'm listening this morning and I think, I really want to do something about my weight or about my eating, but I just don't want to be in a class. I don't want to do those things. Is this something I can talk to my doctor about and I can come see you guys one-on-one?
Absolutely, yes. So we need an order from your provider, which that is never seems to be a problem, and the patient themselves can contact the provider to request that. Or if you prefer that we do that, we're happy to contact the provider and request that referral. And then we give you a call, typically within a few days, and get you on the schedule. Depending upon how booked we are. But absolutely, we would love to see you to help you with anything. We can see you for almost any condition, and if you are struggling with something, then that's what we're here for.
So if you had to give us one tip, one Melissa tip, what would it be?
Don't expect perfection, and just create that balance on your plate.
It's really funny in my family because we all went and saw Matt as a family pretty much. And
Yeah.
now it's like my 16-year-old will be like, oh, I don't know if I should eat this. And she'll say, or I'll say, Lily, you probably should be like, well, Matt would say that I could have it, just in moderation. Like, it's funny how that's stuck. And, I think that people need to take advantage of the dietitian office and just some of the things that go on there.
Right.
I think people would be surprised. We still have, I call it the Bible, great big binder full of all the stuff. So we still have that.
From the class,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's just a very interesting thing, and I believe it's changed so much over the years because we've learned so much more new things about the body and about how different things affect the body.
Right. And I think a lot of times we get the mentality, just in general as humans, we get the mentality as if I'm not all in, I just shouldn't do it. So baby steps can, really create positive outcomes. So think about little things that you can do to change, and that might be a better choice than you might have made before, right? So all of those baby steps can add up, and we're going to feel better when we put better fuel in our body, just like you would in a car, right? It's not going to function as good if we're not putting the right fuel in there, or if we're letting it run on empty all the time.
The other thing too is, I think one of the biggest takeaways for me was, if you mess up, move on. Don't just say, okay, I messed up. Now I'm just going to go back to eating the way I always did. I messed it up.
Right. Don't live in that shame. I mean, or that guilt. We're all going to mess up. That's just part of being human. So just accept it and get back on the horse and try to, keep those positive behaviors going.
So what about one of the biggest questions everybody always has? I work 4 jobs and I'm always running around doing things, and it's just so much easier for somebody to stop and grab fast food.
Right. A lot of it's about planning ahead. And eating healthy does not have to be complicated. I think we hear all these different things from the media and we think that it's really complicated, but it's really basic. When we talk about building a healthy plate, usually we want like a fourth of the plate to be a lean protein source. That might be chicken or turkey or eggs or fish. And then we want a fourth of the plate to be some kind of carbohydrate, which we would like that to be a healthy carbohydrate, like a whole grain or something, and then half the plate fruits and veggies. So it really is that simple. It's just making sure that we've planned ahead and we have those resources at home. It's okay if they're frozen. It's okay if they're fresh. It's okay if they're canned, but find what works for you and plan ahead. So if you are going to be out about and a lot with work or with sporting events or activities, just make sure you have some things that you do like that are healthy that you can grab and go.
Good advice. I like that. Anything else exciting going on over in your department?
Well, I think that's the big gist of it for now, are the diabetes education program and the weight loss program that we were talking about, the Fresh Start. So if you have any personal hurdles you want to overcome and would like to meet with us one-on-one, like we talked about, we are absolutely here to do that, and would be happy to see you. So thank you so much for having us today, and always excited to talk about nutrition.